Yeah, could you quickly, maybe in a few steps, walk us like, step by step? Like someone creates an account, connects their shop, goes to start a campaign, sends out the samples, boom. Like, is that the
Yeah.
like sort of the, or did I just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of?
super simple. So in order, to get started, you're going to drop here. There's going to be a different screen that's going to show you like, hey, here's a video walkthrough, book a
Mhm.
call, create your first campaigns, right? So you'll click on here, create a new campaign. You will pick, let's say content only to start with. You want to just get one image
Yeah.
or let's say one video, just like this. Like I want an unboxing video of my product, for
Mhm.
instance, right? For Amazon sellers. So you will get videos that kind of look like this, right? Somebody coming and opening it up. You want it to be, basically like
Mm,
under 30 seconds, right? Or you want to change it to higher prices. If you want subtitles on it, I
nice.
usually leave those off just because you can do those with AI afterwards. If you want it for a specific format, you would choose, through this section, of course. A lot of people just leave any, unless you're doing it for, let's say for sure you're going to do it on YouTube, then you need landscape, right? Portrait's pretty much good for anything. And then if you wanted to add additional bonus, like let's say you wanted to try to incentivize a higher creator, because the one thing on Join Brands is that some jobs are lower paying, so the creators you invite may not take your job. They may not want to do it for the price because they think that they're worth more money or they've made more in the past, right? So lower price jobs usually go to newer creators or creators that are new to platform. And so you have to keep that in mind if you're like, I want a creator with 1 million followers, or they're not going to do a job for $60. You have to understand that, right? Then you would just give the brief, I want, let's just do this for instance. Let's go to let me go to Amazon and grab a link. Come back here, throw this in there, and then use the AI. It'll generate for you, basically a brief for this creator,
Interesting.
right? So we're going to give them like basically the basic setup of what you want, call to action, da da da. So you can basically take this brief, use it, and then you can, adjust what you want to change in
Yeah.
here.
Hmm.
Like these three, and basically adjust
Hmm.
how you want it. But it gives you a good start, right? Then you would basically pick some reference videos. Here's the video that I really like. I want you to do it just like that. You'll name your campaign, Mike
Hmm.
campaign, right? Or whatever. Enter your promo code once that's active.
Hmm.
Then you can choose from your creator level. So the higher creators have a higher price point. They can earn more money. Most people just choose beginner. But that doesn't mean that these level three creators won't apply to this job. It's just, well, if you choose level three, no level two creators can apply to your job.
Yeah. Hmm.
So in general, you get more bang for your buck in this way. If you only want, let's say, females, you would uncheck that. If you don't want anybody under 18 and 24, you can uncheck that. Most people just leave it open to everybody and let you choose later on who you want, because people are going to go see this job and they're going to apply to it. You can also search and find people. And then you want, let's say you want somebody, and let's say this is an important thing. So let's say to do this job, you must have a recording studio, right? So you would put a required field of must have
Mm, interesting.
recording studio, right? And so I'll use that as my requirement. And why is that important? Well, a lot of creators are competing to get campaigns and jobs on a
Yes.
platform, right? We have hundred thousands of them, and we don't have hundreds of thousands of campaigns. So there's a lot of people applying, and they won't get it. So they just apply. A lot of creators will just apply to every job in hopes of getting it. Well, if you put in a custom requirement, that means that the creators not only going to have to click apply, but it's going to pop up and say, "Hey, do you have a studio to record in?"
Yeah.
And they have to hit yes. So it'll make them think twice about applying to a job they can't actually do, right? This is great for doctor jobs or nurses or horse jobs, right? Things like that. So otherwise, if it's a very simple product, beauty cream, supplement, whatever, it's usually not necessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moms will maybe say, "I want you to have a baby in the video or something like that." Manual and automatic approval. So manual is basically the creators apply. You look at them and you choose. If you don't care who applies, you just want to take the first one. You can choose automatic. You can exclude creators that you've worked with in the past. And then you have number of creators you want. So, let's say you just want one creator for this so that you have the job right. The best thing about Join Brands, though, even if you put 5 here, we're not going to charge you until you choose a creator. So if you only choose 2 creators, you're only going to pay for two. So in this particular campaign, you only pay, and we show that at the final screen here. Once I choose a product, let's just say, this product here, we'll just choose like a body thing, lipstick, it's $20.
Hmm.
We're gonna do reimbursement. So basically now you can just pay for this campaign, and you're not gonna actually be charged once we do this campaign. You're gonna be charged once you choose a creator. So after you hit submit, basically
Yeah.
you didn't get charged. You're just saying, okay, great. We're gonna check your campaign, approve it, and so then you can go and start finding creators. What is happening right now is we use our AI to match you with creators. So what does that mean? Well, all these creators have at some point in time in their past like 50 videos that we've indexed, mentioned beauty,
Hmm.
lipstick, cosmetology, and we actually say like what it is about them, that why they're like good for this particular job. These are kind of like AI generated matches, and you can still sort those and choose favorites and say, this girl's my favorite, that girl's my favorite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you check on their profiles, you can see she's in Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
She's done 17 jobs on the platform, has a great rating. Some information about her. You can watch her,
scrolling if you are feeling tough.
Previous videos that she's done, right? Showing off earrings, whatnot. So, and all the past videos that she's done as well. So,
I
you can
see
do
some
this
reviews there, Ian, for her.
for her. Yeah. So the brands will review the creators and say, this girl did a great
Ah,
job, great
yes.
audio, great whatever. So
Interesting.
creators want to get reviewed and get up their ranks because some, can have like tons of, highest rated, right? So like they'll have the most reviews. This is one of our top
Oh,
creators.
wow.
She's got 582 jobs. She's done over 1,000 jobs. I think she's made well over $100,000 on our platform. So
Wow.
we pay out millions to create to creators, and we support the community. We try to educate them. We're trying to teach them how to make better content, and that's kind of how Join Brands works.